Hey friends, today I want to show you how this little shed is finally starting to feel like me. It's not completely finished, but it's getting close, and the changes we made recently have made such a difference. I'm Janet. Welcome back to the Cleveland Cottage for more cozy cottage living. I'm so glad you're here today. If you've been following along, you know that this space has been a labor of love for Tom and me. We've been slowly transforming it into a cozy and functional space, one project at a time. And over the past few days, we've tackled several small updates that completely changed how the space looks and feels. We're also going back to the antiques parlor to look for a sofa so we can have some vintage and comfy seating. So let's get started. I wanted to share a couple of inspirational photos from Pinterest. I'm really drawn to painted antique pieces, so we'll be looking for some chairs and a sofa at the antiques parlor. So let's head on over. You've seen this chair in other videos, but some reason I'm still drawn to it, so I'm keeping it in mind. But I really want to see what's new, so let's look around. These chairs were recently added to the booth and they're pink, but they don't look all that comfortable. They were $145 for the pair. This one also has a floral design that I'm looking for and would look great with the wood painted white, but there was only one of them, and it was $68. Of course, I always get sidetracked when I'm thrifting and antiquing, but I just love these mint green shutters. Here's a floral sofa, but it's more creamy than white, and it might be a little too large for the shed, so I think I'll keep looking. I spotted this unique Italian sofa from across the room and just love the ornate wood carvings and shape. It's pink and has the bluish green that I'm looking for, but it's a little faded. It was only $295 and definitely within my budget. The prices are so much cheaper than furniture stores and the quality is so much better. I was thinking that I could do a white slipcover on this leather sofa, and I just love this oversized chair. I think you can fit 2 people in it. Here's the sofa again next to the wingback chair that I like, but the colors clash. Here's another wingback chair, but I'm not crazy about the wings on this one. This chair is unique and low to the ground, which would fit perfectly by the window. It was surprisingly comfortable. I got distracted again by this water fountain. I want one so badly. What do you think about this chair? This one has too much gold. I think we'll head back home to get a few of those small projects done so you can see which sofa I bought. I'm going to need your opinion on the chairs. Did you see any that you liked, or should I keep looking? We started by giving the bookshelves and cabinets 2 fresh coats of paint and sealant, and I cannot tell you what a difference it's made. It instantly brightened the space and made everything feel more cohesive. And now Tom is working his magic like he always does, and he's installing the television mountain TV. It's going to be right above my grandfather's antique buffet, which makes this area feel really special to me. I love mixing those meaningful pieces with everyday function. Later I'll buy a frame for the television so it will look like a work of art, but today we just need to get the television hung. Then Tom added the drawer and cabinet knobs and handles, which feels like a small detail, but it really elevated everything. It's one of those finishing touches that makes it feel more custom and complete. And after all that, we gave everything a really good clean, and just resetting the space helped me see it with fresh eyes again. There was so much grass and dirt on the floor and in the corners, and until we get the porch built, we continue to drag it in from the yard. So I'll need to stay on top of sweeping and vacuuming. Here's a sneak peek at the sofa. After I finish sweeping and vacuuming, we're finally tackling that pile in the corner and removing things so we can start decorating soon. It was such an eyesore, however, we needed the space to store everything until we could start decorating. Of course, Tom and I did it as a team. We do everything together and we wouldn't have it any other way. It's going to be our 37th wedding anniversary on May 20th, but it feels like we're still dating and I have no idea where the time went. I love spending every day with him and we can't stand to be apart. Now let's get these piles removed. It took a while, so I sped up the video. I found Tom's birth announcement plaque and my grandfather's old oil can when we were going through the piles. I'm going to clean this up and maybe display them out here because they have so much sentimental value. I realized that while I was editing that you cannot see Tom's birth announcement plaque that well, so I'll show it to you in a later video. It was so cute. I don't know why they don't make things nice any longer. I truly miss old days when life was simpler. We made 3 separate piles of items to keep, donate, and trash. I was able to donate a lot of the old home interior pictures that I bought when those were still in style in the 80s. It was very nostalgic going through everything that had been boxed up for years. We found a few boxes of our daughter's artwork and stuffed animals. I kept the artwork, you'll see it later, but we decided to pull out a few of her favorite things, including a teddy bear that Tom had when he was a child. His aunt bought it for him when he was born. Amber lugged that thing around everywhere. We had to sew its neck back on several times over the years. Here's Tom's baby plaque. It's just so cute. Here's my grandfather's oil can. They don't make things like that anymore. This lasted for years. Somehow all the sawdust from the construction ended up in that corner. We cleaned it up, but we had to clean it up more than once. We just keep finding dust and dirt everywhere. Now Tom is going to move all that thrifted furniture that I've been buying. I'll clean it and give you a quick tour of what we got done, and you'll get to see what sofa I picked up for the space. So let's get this project finished. Yep, you guessed it, we found more sawdust. The stuff was everywhere, but right now we're just focused on getting up what we can, and I'll give it a thorough cleaning before we really move into the space. Forgot about this outlet, so Tom installed the outlet cover. Now we're just going to get the final few pieces picked up, and then I'm going to give everything a quick wipe down, and then we'll see how everything turned out. So let's see where we finished. So here's where we stopped. Tom got the television mounted. I got my buffet table cleaned off on the top, but not underneath. That's my daughter's artwork from elementary school. I still have to go through this tote to see about donating or keeping some of these items. We have our paint supplies out for when we get ready to paint the walls. I have some trash to take out. Also brought my grandfather's chair inside until I can clean it and get it painted. And I brought some pillows from inside in case I want to take a nap. But here's how the bookcases turned out, all painted. And we noticed after the paint dried that this one's probably these doors are probably gonna need a second or third coat. But I started bringing some of my books out from inside. There's the little finial that I bought at the antique store and the shell that I bought. But I still have to put these books up, and I still have a ton more in the house. And here's my desk area, and Tom mounted my 2 monitors, and those are my work computers. And we still have to build a shelf down here for the computer and for my lighting. And there's the mini chandelier and some more books. This is not going to stay here, but I just wanted to put what I had out so far. But here's a look at the bookshelves. And these are the tables that I bought from Goodwill, and the lamp that I bought at Habitat for Humanity Restore. And here's the sofa that I ended up with. I'm sure most of you knew that I'd probably come home with this one because it reminded me of the ones that were at the antiques parlor that someone bought before I could get back to get them. Like I said, it's a little faded. I want to paint it and have it recovered, but Tom wants me to leave it as is. So we're gonna do a poll, and I'd really like your opinion. Should it stay the same, or should I paint it and have it recovered? Here's another one of those tables that I bought at Goodwill. And there's the other one. And I think the total cost for those were like $47 in total. And here's how she looks against the wall. And those are just some drop cloths underneath. And we still have to take out the old flooring and some more trash. Those were the mounts that my old monitors were on. And of course we got the ladders and steps still on here, so when we start to paint. Let us know in the poll, should we paint and reupholster, or should we leave her as is? I do plan to paint the tables and the lamp. I'll probably paint them a light pink and maybe paint the lamp a mint green to match the vase. So we hope you enjoyed today's video. And until the next time, live life and find what makes you happy. We'll see you the next time. Bye.